Hi. My last two videos have been talking about the days leading up to Jesus' arrest. Now I want to talk about his arrest and his anguish in the Garden of Gethsemane. Here we have Jesus and his disciples came to the place of Gethsemane, and Jesus took Peter, James and John with him, and he became greatly distressed. And he was saying, "My soul is sorrowful. Stay here and watch." And Jesus went on a little further and began to ask if the very thing that he came here for could be taken from him. He said to his Father in heaven, he says, "All things are possible with you. Remove this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours." And he got up and found Peter, James and John asleep. And he was calling them again to watch and pray. And he went again to pray the very same as before, and came back and found them asleep yet again, and also a third time, before telling them, "The hour has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, my betrayer is at hand." And Judas came with a crowd from the chief priests and kissed him, and Jesus was arrested. Then he was brought before the chief priests and the Jewish council, and they were trying to find ways to put Jesus to death, but they could not accuse him. Jesus remained silent from all the accusations and the false testimonies until he confessed to be the Christ. And then they accused him of blasphemy. And they struck him and spat in Jesus' face, which was a very hateful form of insult in Jewish culture. And then they sought to have him handed over to be crucified. And then we have Peter proving Jesus' prediction right when Jesus said to him, "Before the cock or rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. Peter did so, and he broke down and wept. Next time I want to talk about the crucifixion, but I also want to go back to Gethsemane and Jesus' cry there. And why did he ask for his coming suffering and rejection to be removed? I think we could understand why the pain and the agony, but why did he ask for it to be removed? This is what he came here to do. Without him going through with all this, we could not be right with God. So why? Well, Jesus, we must know, is God come in the flesh, is not just an ordinary man. Jesus is from eternity, along with the Father and the Holy Spirit, the Godhead. Jesus came to pay a price. That was the only way that God could be both just and merciful. Jesus would become sin for us and would be judged and rejected by the Father in order for us to be free and forgiven by God himself. God would have to judge sin and would not let anything slip, for he's so just and so holy. He would not let anything go. Jesus was anguished about being separated from his Father, and he couldn't desire that at all. He could not ever desire to be separated from his Father. He knew this is what he had to do and was the only way that we could be forgiven. But he could never ever desire to be separated from his Father. It would be abhorrent to him. And that was his torment. But it was the Father's will that God the Son would be rejected so we could have salvation. And the Son submitted to his Father's will and paid our price for us, died on our behalf. Hope you can see that such is the love of God for your soul, for my soul, and our eternal destiny. More about that tomorrow. I'm just going to leave you now and with a song. This song is taken from Isaiah's prophecy in chapter 53, about the crucifixion. It's called Travail of His Soul, and all that means anguish or suffering. And the chorus, it says, he will be persona non grata. In diplomatic circles, if a diplomat from another country was to be sent out from the country that he was serving in, he would be known as persona non grata, or person not appreciated. That's what it means. And this is what Jesus came to be. Persona non grata, rejected on our behalf. And he would see the travail of his soul. And this is how the song goes. Thank you. Who has believed all we have said, and to whom has the Lord revealed been led, born to nobleness be found, a root out of dry ground. He had nothing to attract our eyes, came to be the one whom we would despise, and man of sorrows would be his Lord, and we esteemed him not. And he will be persona non grata, came to be persona non grata. He will see the travail of his soul. We like dumb sheep have gone astray, without exception we've turned to our own way, but like a scapegoat all our sin the Lord has laid on him, and he will be persona non grata, came to be persona non grata. He will see the travail of his soul. Oh, oh. And often for the guilty, though innocent, he'll be satisfied. If you want life, he is it. He has a yoke for you, such a perfect fit, doing all he's told you to. His new life for you, and you will be persona non grata. Will you be persona non grata? You will see the travail of his soul. You will be persona non grata. Will you be persona non grata? You will see the travail of his soul. Whoa, whoa. Thank you.